There we go. Right.
Right, guys, we are, of course, now here for our WWE Extreme Rules predictions here for you guys today. There is a lot of speculation going on about the event as well, to be fair. Possibilities.
I'll tell you one thing.
Yeah.
Talk about rubbish timing. Literally about to go on there, 15 seconds to go from the countdown. And my foot, then all of a sudden I get an itchy foot. Flaming annoying. Well, I wouldn't say like an itchy foot, more like an itchy ankle. Oh. Yeah, really annoying. Yes. As you were saying, mate.
So there is lots of speculation around the event about like Bray Wyatt and possible returns as well that we could see. It actually looks more like an Extreme Rules event than last year. Last year, I think we only got like one match with a stipulation, and that was Roman Reigns versus Finn Balor. But every match with a stipulation this year, which is good.
Yeah, and I'll tell you one thing that is definitely a huge change in all this. I mean, when, of course, Vince McMahon, he, like, completely went away from WWE and Triple H took over, I think that's been a real turning point this year. I mean, from last year, from last year, of course, the only, like, matches, really, we had where it was really a title match with a stipulation was the Extreme Rules match, really. Apart from that, I mean, really, stipulations-wise, I mean, really, it absolutely sucked.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it, I mean, we got this, right? We had this from last year. I mean, the matches were entertaining, but the stipulations-wise were absolutely dreadful. I mean, we had Liv Morgan versus Carmella, The New Day in a 6-man tag team match against AJ Styles, Omos, and Bobby Lashley. The Usos against the Street Profits for the SmackDown tag team titles. Charlotte Flair versus Alexa Bliss. Damian Priest versus Jeff Hardy and Sheamus. Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair. And Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman defeated versus the Demon Finn Balor. And that's pretty much the only match that had a stipulation.
Yeah, but obviously I think WWE's now, it's definitely improved a lot ever since Vince McMahon has stepped down.
I have to agree there.
But yeah, like this year, all of the matches have got stipulations. So this year, Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey in an Extreme Rules match. Matt Riddle versus Seth Rollins in a fight pit match with Daniel Cormier as special guest referee. Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross in a strap match. Bianca Belair versus Bayley in a ladder match. Edge versus Finn Balor in an I Quit match. And the Brawling Brutes versus Imperium in a 6-man tag team good old-fashioned Donnybrook match.
Oh, now that match, after what happened last night, I mean, seriously, I mean, we saw what happened between Imperium and the Brawling Brutes. Just what happened last night, I mean, Gunter winning in the most controversial way possible. I mean, using the shillelagh that was handed to him by Ludwig Kaiser to win the match and retain his Intercontinental Championship. I mean, Sheamus, I reckon he's probably going to be. I mean, he's going to be furious after what happened last night, and I think he'll be out for revenge. I really think he will.
Yeah, but I'll tell you the match that I'm probably most excited about tonight is Matt Riddle versus Seth Rollins in the fight pit. That's definitely the match I'm mostly looking forward to. I mean, the
Yeah.
rivalry, I think, is probably the best on the card, even though there is a lot of great rivalries. But the fight pit are always the matches which I've always liked to watch. I think it's the first time it's happened. Obviously, it's happened in NXT, but I think
Oh,
it's the
it's
first time it's happening on the main roster, I believe.
Yes, this is the first actual match we have had this stipulation in the main on the main roster.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least. Yeah, hang on a second. I'm just trying to find a picture of it.
Oh, what, the fight pit?
Yeah, I'm just trying to. Yeah, yep. I found one. Just give me a second.
Okay.
Give me a tick. Let's see if this will work. Hopefully. Right, guys, I just found like an image of this, which I'm officially just about to show you. Give me a second. Let me just actually. No, how do I try and get this flaming thing to work? How do I pull up a flaming? I just want to pull up a photo or something. Don't know why it ain't working.
There's one here.
Yeah, how on earth do you actually show a photo of this?
Oh, I found one.
Oh, no, hang on, where was it? No, where was that? Yeah, I found the image that I was looking for.
Okay.
Okay, so let me just see if I can get open this image in a new tab. Right. Okay, so that should now work, hopefully. Let's see if this works.
Okay.
Right. Right, guys, as you can see, that is the fight pit itself. As you can see right there, it does look a bit like a steel cage match, but inside it is completely different. As you can see, you've got like a platform up there surrounding the ring, which is surrounded by a steel cage. It does also look a bit like Hell in a Cell, but again,
obviously though it starts at the top though.
Yeah, of course it does. Yeah, it starts at the top itself, and once you enter there, of course the match will carry on. Now, of course, in matches, as everyone knows, you can only win by pinfall or submission in most matches, unless it's a I Quit match or a last man standing match where you either got to make your opponent say I quit or have to get up by the count. Or you have to make your opponent not get up by the count of 10. So, yeah, this one, you can only win by submission or by knockout.
This one, like when you get in there, it's kind of like what you see like in like the UFC and stuff. Really, like inside when you get into like the main bit, there's no weapons you can go out there and use.
No.
Yeah. So that is
Also, the one thing that also does describe me about this a bit, because I mean, as you can see it, this does also look a bit like you know that match we get at NXT War Games.
yeah.
Yeah, it does look a bit like that in a way. Well,
Yeah,
except for the
yeah.
platform bit at the top, but apart from that, it really does look like yeah, it really does look a whole lot like a War Games match, really.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So of course this will be what Seth Rollins and Riddle, of course, will be in the come later on tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it will also be interesting to see how Seth Rollins can beat Riddle in this. Remember, Riddle has actually had a match in this before when he faced off against Timothy Thatcher. I think this was back in 2020 when we were all in lockdown and everything. I think really it just really worked.
But don't forget the factor of Daniel Cormier, though.
Yeah, he'll be the special guest referee for this match. I mean, this was pretty much, again, it's like that match in general, because that match between Riddle and Thatcher also had a special guest referee in name of the former Raw general manager, Kurt Angle.
Yeah, thought so.
So
yeah, Riddle's had experience in this one before, of course, so that does play it in his advantage.
Yeah, you've got to give the advantage to Riddle here, knowing that, of course, he'll have a more the advantage, really, considering, I mean, Riddle has that advantage of being in this match before. I mean, Seth Rollins, he has never been in a match like that before. I mean, he has been in steel cage matches and in Hell in a Cell matches in the past, but I don't think Seth Rollins will be ready for anything like the Fight Pit. Really don't think he'll be ready for anything like that.
Yeah. Anyway, should we get on to predicting now?
Yeah.
Okay. What one should we start with?
Well, I mean, as we're talking about that Fight Pit match, why don't we stick on it?
All right, we'll do that.
Yeah.
So obviously, the rivalry has obviously been very personal for the past 2 months, I think it's been now.
Yeah. First time
obviously,
2
Seth
months.
won their first fight at Clash at the Castle. Riddle wants revenge over him. Riddle's got the more experience in this match. He's got experience inside cages, such as when he's also got that martial arts background as well, Riddle. So that's going to play a factor.
Yeah, but another factor is you've got to look at the record of Seth Rollins when it comes to like matches that involve a sort of cage, if you will. I mean, Seth Rollins in his history, he has been in Hell in a Cell matches before now. Of course, he was in he was also in 2 matches in Hell in a Cell in the past. I think there might have been a third. I'm not exactly sure. Let me have a look. Yeah, I'm just having a look now. Yeah. Yeah, so he had a match against The Fiend at Hell in a Cell in October 2019, and plus he also had a Hell in a Cell match at Crown Jewel against the Rated R Superstar Edge, because they were locked in a bit of a personal rivalry as well, like this one. And also earlier this year, he also lost a Hell in a Cell match against Cody Rhodes. So
Yeah.
yeah, Seth Rollins, when it comes to Hell in a Cell matches, he has that experience, but he hasn't won any of his 3 matches inside Hell in a Cell. But for Seth Rollins, inside a steel cage, I think he will definitely have experience there. I mean, as everyone knows, of course, he beat Cena inside a steel cage in 2014 in December there, and of course he lost the steel cage match, of course, to Seth Rollins. In a steel cage match in September 2020, and also he he was in a steel cage match for the United States Championship back in 2015 inside a steel cage. So steel cage, and he's also had a match against Randy Orton inside a steel cage. So again, as I was saying before, Seth Rollins, he has both experience inside Hell in a Cell and inside a steel cage. But he's never been in a fight pit match in WWE, and I think that'll be the one thing that his experience will definitely not prepare him for tonight. Because this match, of course, inside Hell in a Cell and steel cage matches, of course, inside Hell in a Cell you can only win by pinfall or submission. In steel cage matches, you can only win by pinfall, submission, or escaping the steel cage. But in this match, of course, this is going to be a little bit different for Seth Rollins, because you can either win by submission or by knocking your opponent out. Those are the only ways that either Riddle or Rollins can win this type of match. And I really don't think that all the experience that Seth Rollins got, I don't think that will help him the slightest tonight in this sort of match.
Have you got Riddle winning?
Yeah, I do. Again, as we said earlier, Riddle, he has the experience of actually fighting in this match when he fought Timothy Thatcher in, I think it was April 2020, when former Raw General Manager Kurt Angle was the special guest referee, and Thatcher ended up knocking Riddle out. So, yeah, Riddle, did end up losing the match, but yeah, he definitely has that sort of experience in fighting in fight pit matches before. So, yeah, I've got Riddle here. Definitely got Riddle for the win tonight.
Yeah, I've got Riddle as well. I think he's gonna. I think Riddle's gonna level this. Yeah, Riddle's gonna level the score, and then
do
you think he'll submit him or knock him out?
What?
Do you think he'd be a submission or knockout?
I don't think Riddle will want to win it by submission. After what Seth Rollins has said, and he's done to him, I think Riddle will only be satisfied in winning by knockout.
Yeah, I
That's my
think.
opinion.
Yeah, I think we're
Really.
going to see a Riddle knockout win, and so he's going to level the score. Then it will go to Crown Jewel, and then we'll get
And
a
and then we'll
final
have it
winner.
from there.
Yeah,
I think the match at Crown Jewel, I think it'll either be probably a no holds barred match or probably um, maybe like a last man standing, maybe.
yeah, last minute, yeah, be interesting.
Yeah,
Or an I Quit match. I don't know. We'll see.
yeah. We just have to wait and see on that one.
Um, yeah. Next match then. Bianca versus Bailey.
Yeah.
All right. Obviously, this one. So Bailey pins Bianca at Clash at the
Clash of the
Castle,
Castle.
obviously, which that obviously's made Bailey saying that she's the one who handpicked Bianca or something. Uh, because
Yeah.
Bianca only deserves the opportunity at her because she was the one who pinned Bianca. So it's been a bit strange. But obviously, these two don't like each other. It's been going on for
I
over a
think,
year now as well because
yes. I
ever
mean,
since Bailey got injured as well. So
yeah, this I think this got
messing up
going
their marriage.
before Bailey got injured. I mean, I
Yeah.
remember those two having. I think this actually started. I think this actually started before WrestleMania because I remember that Bianca Belair beat Bailey in some sort of a athletics challenge or something
Oh
like
yes, yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah, I think it was just before the Royal Rumble in 2021, which of course Bianca Belair won. And but I think the real rivalry started, of course, back before WrestleMania Backlash, where of course Bianca Belair won, but Bailey was like outraged because Bianca Belair like used her hair to win or something like that.
yeah.
And then of course they had a match inside Hell in a Cell of last in 2021, which of course Bianca Belair picked up the win thanks to a KOD on the ladder. And then they were going to fight off for a third and final time at
I
Money in the
believe,
Bank, but
I
that
believe it was
match,
meant to be in an I Quit match as well. I think.
yes, that was
Yeah,
actually true. That was supposed to be an I Quit match, but unfortunately, Bailey injured her ACL before that match, actually preparing for that match. So that I Quit match, never happened. But now that Bailey's back, of course, as you said, of course she pinned Bianca Belair at Clash at the Castle in that six woman tag. But now, in my opinion, I think that the fact that it is actually in a ladder match where I think Bailey, of course, she's actually got experience of winning in ladder matches. I mean, she won the Money in the Bank contract ladder match back in 2019, and of course, Bianca Belair. She also has victories in ladder matches before, but yeah, so really this will actually be the first time where a major women's championship will be on the line in a ladder match. But if I have to be honest, I think Bianca Belair, I mean, courtesy that Bailey has never actually beaten Bianca Belair in a singles match. So I think that could prove a factor tonight. But I mean, we mustn't forget, of course, Dakota Kai and Io Sky. I think those two will have a huge part in this match, uh, and I and really Bianca Belair. Of course, she won't have her buddies Oscar and Alexa Bliss with her. for this match after what Damage Control did to them last Monday night on Raw. So, yeah, I think it'd be interesting to see who, of course, Bianca Belair does bring to the ring with her tonight for this matchup. But if she doesn't bring anyone with her, then obviously could potentially see either a return or someone, or Bianca Belair. She really doesn't need any help at ringside and is confident that she can do it alone, really. So yeah, but I think I have the confidence in Bianca Belair to of course beat Bayley yet again, and of course retain the Raw Women's Championship tonight.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, obviously this match, it's it's obviously, as we've been saying, going on. It's the whole rivalry's gone on for a while. It is personal between them both. I think that obviously, yeah, Bayley's never won a match against Bianca Belair, but I think obviously Alexa Bliss and Asuka not being at ringside will be a huge factor. I feel like Damage Control are probably going to end up taking over the women's division, at least at some point anyway. They've got the tag team titles, and I do think tonight we are going to get a new Raw Women's Champion. And yeah, Bayley, in my opinion, is going to become champion and get the win over Bianca Belair due to a distraction off of Io Sky and Dakota Kai. So yeah, Bayley to win, I think.
So we've both got different winners for this. I've got
Yeah.
Bianca Belair, you got Bayley. Interesting. Interesting. Now, the next match I think we should talk about is, of course, that 6-man tag team match, the good old-fashioned Donnybrook match between the Brawling Brutes and Imperium. Yeah. So this rivalry between the two teams, I mean, this has been going on for a fair few weeks now. Ever since on SmackDown, when Imperium, of course, returned, and really it's been going on ever since. And Imperium, of course, they've been a thorn in Sheamus in the Brawling Brutes' side for a fair few weeks, denying them, of course, the Intercontinental Championship on 2 occasions, and they've also denied Butch and Rich Holland the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles, and they've also denied them the NXT Tag Team titles this past Tuesday on NXT. So, yeah, I really think that the Brawling Brutes will really be... They'll be pissed off tonight. I really do think they'll be really pissed off and will really want to take their outrage on Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci, because they have constantly, whatever match that the Brawling Brutes have been part in, whether it's been a tag team title match or for the Intercontinental Championship, they've really screwed the Brawling Brutes on many occasions. And I think tonight is where the Brawling Brutes, they really turn around and say to Imperium that tonight is our night, and really get the win tonight in this match, and finally get Imperium off their backs a little bit.
Yeah, obviously, I think this is probably gonna be a good match. We're gonna see quite a few near falls on this probably. I feel like this is a real 50-50 one. Obviously Gunther obviously had the first laugh over Sheamus at Clash at the Castle, and so they I feel like Imperium have definitely got the most momentum coming into this match. But obviously the Brawling Brutes, I feel like they need a win. They need to level the score if they really want to show that this is a rivalry and they really do want to actually compete with Imperium. So I have actually got the Brawling Brutes winning tonight, and then once the Brawling Brutes do win, Sheamus and Gunther will go at it again, probably like Crown Jewel or something, I think, for the Intercontinental title. And I think at some
Yeah,
point Sheamus might actually beat Gunther, to be fair. He does deserve another run with a title. So,
yeah, he does. It's been
yeah.
what's it been, like 6 years since Sheamus?
Yeah.
Like, no, actually, it's been 7.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
been
Six,
7 years
7 years. Yeah.
since Sheamus last held. No, actually, no. If we're talking about world titles, that would be 7 years. But the last time Sheamus actually held a title in WWE was when he won the United States Championship off Riddle at WrestleMania 37. And yeah, of course, that's when he last won a title. But the last time he actually won a world title was, of course, 7 years ago at Survivor Series, where he well, technically 7 years, where he, of course, cashed in his Money in the Bank contract on Roman Reigns and won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship there and then. But I agree, Sheamus does deserve another run with a championship, and I really think that he could potentially do that at Crown Jewel. And I think if the Brawling Brutes can get the win tonight, I think that will definitely help Sheamus's cause in getting another Intercontinental Championship match.
Yeah. So we're both going for the Brawling Brutes on this one.
Yep.
Okay. Next. What one should we leave till last? What should we do? What one should we do last?
The one in my opinion that we should do last is, of course, the match that a lot of people have definitely been keeping an eye on recently, and that is the Edge Finn Balor match.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got Edge and Finn Balor, which we're doing last. So Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross, should we do?
Yeah.
Now in the strap
Now,
match. Yeah.
yeah. Now this has been
This is
going
actually
on
a good
ever
one.
since the SmackDown after SummerSlam, or when, of course, Karrion Kross would return, and his wife Scarlett, of course, they made their return to WWE and immediately began to target Drew McIntyre. And this match, which has been weeks in the making, pretty much. I mean, Kross, he's continued to attack McIntyre, but of course he would retreat before McIntyre could really retaliate. And then on, of course, the September 23rd episode of SmackDown, of course, McIntyre announced that WWE officials have granted him a match against Cross at Extreme Rules in a strap match. This match, of course, will ensure that Cross could not retreat at any point in this match. Of course, in a strap match, pretty much you'll have your arm, you'll have your hand put. I think it's into a strap, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you put it into a strap. And of course, the only way you do actually win in a strap match, there are two ways to win. The one way to win is, of course, by touching all four corners. But I think the way that of course WWE will have this match going on is of course by pinfall or submission in this matchup. I really do. I think that's the way that they're going to have it. And also, really, this match for McIntyre, in my opinion, I mean, he has had this for weeks. I mean, Cross, when of course Cross turned up at Clash of the Castle, providing a distraction for Reigns. Of course, Cross turned up in the crowd, distracted McIntyre, helping Reigns, of course, to pick up the win. Thanks to, of course, Solo Sikoa playing a part in this match as well. But I think, in my opinion, McIntyre, he's got to be at a point now where he's going to be like absolutely pissed off and really mad. So, in my prediction tonight, I think we'll definitely see Cross finally get what he is owed, and that is of course a spectacular beatdown by the Scottish Warrior, and of course this match, of course, I think will be a Drew McIntyre win, also protecting McIntyre as a babyface by WWE in the process.
Yeah, I think obviously it's, as you said earlier, obviously they've been Karrion Kross, as soon as he came back, started targeting Drew McIntyre. So yeah, it's gone on for some time now. We got involved in this.
Don't forget, of course, McIntyre, of course, he is a two-time World WWE champion. Don't forget that.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, Karrion Kross is just, I don't know, he's just been getting involved in Drew McIntyre's business just all the time. Karrion Kross, I know he does need to be beaten, but I believe like this is like his second match back. I think he had one on SmackDown a few weeks back.
Well, technically, it's actually his like second debut, if you will, because really the first time around he came to Raw. I mean, he came to Raw as the NXT champion and was beaten in his debut match by the returning charismatic enigma in Jeff Hardy. So, really, this is technically Cross's second like debut in WWE, if you will, because of course he has had matches like the first time around when he was on Raw. I mean, he had a few matches against the likes of Jeff Hardy, and also against Keith Lee, and I think there might have been one more. I think there might have been one more opponent he had a match against. I can't exactly remember who the heck that was now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is definite. I think really this is Cross's like second run on the WWE like main roster.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, of course, I think McIntyre, as I said before, I think definitely give Cross one hell of a beating that he's truly deserved ever since he came back.
Yeah, I'm kind of 50-50 with this one. I feel like carrying Cross, there's reasons why like he should win because, I'm not sure if he should lose like really early on, like as soon as he's come back. But Drew McIntyre possibly can try and get back into the title picture by like a day one or something next year. I feel like that'd be the earliest opportunity for him.
Or potentially, what would actually be even bigger is a match in the Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, Royal Rumble as well. Yeah,
Yeah, Royal Rumble, of course, the bigger one out of the two. I mean, Royal Rumble 2023, of course, will be held in San Antonio, Texas, in the Alamo Dome. So, yeah, I think if we're going to have a rematch between, of course, Roman Reigns and McIntyre, I think the Royal Rumble would be perfect place for that rematch. And, of course, as I said before, if McIntyre can win tonight against Cross in this strap match, I think that this match will be the perfect thing to push McIntyre into the main event picture.
Yeah, personally though, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Karrion Kross is going to win because I think he's just got, I don't know, it's just that he's came back early. I can't see him losing this early on coming back to WWE, and I feel like Drew McIntyre would be a big win for Karrion Kross. Not to say that I do think Drew McIntyre will get back in the picture. I mean, even if he loses, he can still fight Roman at the Rumble, but I just don't see him beating Karrion Kross tonight. Karrion Kross he needs some momentum, and I think he will get momentum over beating Drew McIntyre. But don't forget the factor of Scarlett as well. I feel like the Fiend Bray Wyatt's going to get involved in this match, and I have a feeling he might form like.
You have a feeling that you could say, oh, I think I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, I see.
The Fiend returning in this match. Potentially, we could have like a Fiend Cross feud. Now that would actually be something.
I feel like what's gonna happen is just everyone's just gonna start picking on Drew McIntyre. Karrion Kross has came back picking on McIntyre. Bray Wyatt's going to come back picking on McIntyre, and I can kind of see a little kind of partnership, not like a tag team, but a kind of like partnership where Karrion Kross and Bray Wyatt kind of just have each other's backs in the future and stuff. So I think like the lights all go over black and stuff, and then.
So if you're thinking that could happen,
Karrion Kross.
If potentially that happens, could we see like McIntyre have a tag team partner, like someone who would like watch his back? Maybe if we had a feud, like a tag team feud between, of course, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and Karrion Kross against McIntyre and his tag team partner.
Possibly. I don't know who it would be though, but we'll see.
So, just thought.
I know, like they
technically since McIntyre.
There's always Braun Strowman. I know he's on but he can cross over, obviously, because you kind of can cross over onto other brands now, can't you?
Yeah, but pretty much. But I don't think. I really can't see McIntyre and Happy Corbin becoming like a tag team. No way. I can never see that happening, especially after what happened between McIntyre and, of course, Corbin and Madcap Moss and everything that happened there. Although that could actually be one partner that McIntyre could trust there.
Madcap Moss, yeah.
Yeah, Madcap Moss. I mean, ever since he came back in this like repackaged Moss. I mean, he's been absolutely brilliant in my opinion.
Yeah.
And this repackaged Moss, I mean, he's despised Happy Corbin ever since after what Corbin did to him. I mean, of course, destroying his Andre the Giant Battle Memorial Trophy,
Yeah.
and of course, pretty much damaging his neck. So, yeah, I think definitely.
Corbin's always got such an obsession with destroying people's necks. He
Yeah,
did it
I
to
have
Drew, did it
no
to Montclair Moss.
idea.
Sure,
Yeah,
he's done it to other people as well.
Yeah, I have no idea what the heck it is with Corbin and breaking people's necks for. It's weird. But I think definitely could potentially, see that happen, maybe.
Speaking of broken necks, when do you think Big E can make a return?
Oh, no, that's actually an interesting, question. I mean, definitely with Big E.
I know that one was that was obviously out of storyline though, the Big E injury.
No, I think this actually was a broken neck.
Yeah, so it's out of like the storyline.
Yeah, he's been out of action for months actually. But I think with the way this feud between the New Day and the new Vicious Viking Raiders is going, I could potentially see Big E returning and teaming up with the New Day to take down the new Vicious Viking Raiders.
Do you think we'll see it anytime soon, like by the end of this year, or?
Potentially no, but I think potentially if we get to that stage, we could potentially maybe have him return day one, maybe.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, so definitely be interesting to see that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that one done. Now, I believe, Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey's the next one.
Oh, no, this one.
I'm not going to lie, though. Like, I haven't really enjoyed this rivalry. Like, this is probably, like, one of the only rivalry. Yeah, it's the only rivalry on the card, which I haven't really enjoyed. Like, obviously, Liv Morgan had that false fall at SummerSlam. They're both...
Well, technically, that was actually controversial, really, because...
They're both kind of, like, baby faces as well, which makes it harder to like get invested in it.
Yeah, because I mean this match really it's two baby faces going at it. Because I mean we thought Ronda was pretty much a heel with everything to do with that moment when she was like attacking security and Adam Pearce and everything.
Yeah.
So but apparently she's not. But in my opinion, really, I think this rivalry, this has just gone on for like far too long, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm not really enjoying it at all.
No
proper storyline, no proper hatred with them or anything.
No.
I just want this to be the last match they have.
Yeah, I think just really, if this thing's over and Ronda ends up winning this match tonight, then
I just can't see a world that we live in where Liv Morgan somehow beats Ronda clean or anything.
Yeah, I can't exactly see a world where Liv Morgan would beat Ronda Rousey 3 times.
Yeah.
I mean, she beat her at Money in the Bank. Well, technically, that's when she was injured. So technically,
so it doesn't really count that one.
Yeah, so technically, it doesn't really count. And then, of course, she beat her controversially at SummerSlam, when, of course, the referee was counting the shoulders down and didn't see Liv Morgan tapping out to the armbar.
Yeah.
So, that was controversial there. So, really, in my opinion, I think this match has got to be the final one. In my opinion,
Hopefully,
but I think tonight, I think I'm gonna say Ronda Rousey wins back the SmackDown Women's Championship, and then potentially we see a return from the Queen Charlotte Flair, and we go back to a Charlotte versus Ronda feud, like what we had before, during that time before WrestleMania.
I'll tell you what I think's gonna happen. I mean, the thing is, I didn't really think I'd say this when Liv was champ, but I have not enjoyed her title reign whatsoever. So I do want her to lose tonight, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I think Liv is actually gonna win. But I think that it's because obviously we know that Ronda and Shayna are friends, but something's being teased between the two. So I kind of see Shayna Baszler distracting Ronda Rousey, and Liv Morgan rolls her up, retains.
What are
and then
you
we see a feud
saying?
with Ronda and Shayna.
That we could see a betrayal from Shayna.
Actually,
which
I don't
helps.
think because I'm predicting too much betrayals tonight. To be fair, there's not going to be. Not every match is going to end in a distraction. So after changing my mind on that one, I'm actually just.
Well, I mean, the one match they'll definitely end in some sort of distraction. Will probably be the Edge Finn Balor one, which we'll talk about in a moment. But really,
cross, I think.
Really.
So, you know what? I'm going to change and say Ronda to win.
Just really want Ronda to win.
But I do think that we are going to see Ronda versus Shayna at some point in Ronda's next reign, though.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah. I think if that happens,
and I do think if it's Ronda versus Shayna, it only makes sense if it is for.
If it's either Ronda, I think the two feuds that would actually be entertaining to watch would be a Ronda Rousey Shayna Baszler one.
Yeah.
And the second one would be, of course, a returning Charlotte Flair versus Ronda, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because that one was actually really entertaining before WrestleMania. So, and of course, before WrestleMania Backlash, that feud was really entertaining to watch. And I think if they did reignite that feud between Flair and Rousey, I think definitely it'd be really, really interesting to watch.
Yeah, it would, yeah. So we're both going Ronda Rousey on that one. A new champion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So the last one, as we said, Edge versus Finn Balor in an
I Quit match.
So obviously, Finn Balor's got Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and Rhea Ripley with him. Edge has only got Rey Mysterio, who I'm not even sure if will be there because he seems injured or something, I think.
No, he's not injured. He's more. I think he'll probably turn into a more distraction thing with Dominic Mysterio for Rey. I think it's going to be more like that. But in fairness, I could see him maybe come out this match with Edge, and same could be said for AJ Styles.
Oh,
maybe
AJ Styles as well, yeah.
Yeah, potentially we could see AJ Styles, Rey Mysterio, Edge sort of resemblance, if you will, for this moment in time, unless we see a heel turn by Styles and he joins Balor, Mysterio, Priest, and Ripley in the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But prediction for this one then, Edge and Finn Balor.
Yeah,
my prediction. I think that, to be fair, I have a feeling Finn Balor's going to win.
Yeah, but in my opinion, though, I'm just thinking here. I mean, this rivalry has been going on for months.
Yeah.
I mean, ever since Edge returned. Yeah, ever since Edge returned, really, actually before Edge was attacked, really. I mean, of course, after WrestleMania 38 in April, he formed a group with Damian Priest called the Judgment Day. Rhea Ripley later joined at WrestleMania Backlash, followed by Finn Balor, who was defeated in that match. Then Balor would become the new leader after Judgment Day viciously attacked Edge. Then, of course, Dominic Mysterio would join the group. And this, I mean, pretty much, like before that, we had weeks of like this group just trying to take out Edge. And yeah, it would pretty much be taken out for like only a few weeks, where he would then return and attack the Judgment Day. So yeah, I think this just after weeks of feuding, and of course the brutal attack on Edge by the Judgment Day, I think this is probably one of those where Edge wins the I Quit match against Finn Balor tonight, and finally ends this so-called rivalry between the Judgment Day and Edge.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, I have a feeling Finn Balor is going to win, and he kind of needs it just to push the Judgment Day's dominance, to be fair. So that's why I kind of think Finn Balor is going to win this one tonight.
Yeah. Well, we'll just have to wait and see then, won't we?
It's interesting because I can't really. I don't know. It's interesting because I can't really imagine either of them saying I quit, but I just have a feeling Finn's going to do it. Just have a feeling Finn will win.
Yeah. It'd be interesting.
So we're predicting different on that one as well.
Yeah.
Right, so we got an hour and we got like an hour and 14 minutes until it starts now.
Yep.
Not long.
We have
like 14 minutes until the kickoff show. So
yeah. So that's all the matches done, isn't it?
Yeah, we got that. Yeah.
Yep.
So I guess we'll be back for the reaction.
Yes, we will. We will be back, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, this is the end of the predictions. But don't worry, of course, we'll be back for Extreme Rules at 1:45. Well, either 1:45 or 1:50, because I, of course, need to get my. I'll need to get the Twitch stream set up as well. I'll be doing like live reactions on Twitch to my followers and everything. So yeah, I'll need to get that set up first. But yeah, it looks like Extreme Rules really going to be interesting, and potentially maybe could see a few returns in the process.
Yeah, so yeah, it should be good.
Yeah, it really should be good. But anyway, guys, yeah, we're going to sign off here. Thank you all very much for watching. And yeah, of course, we'll be back for, of course, the live reactions to Extreme Rules at either, well, like...
1:45 or 10:1.
Yeah, pretty much around that time. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And we'll see you then.